Hello everyone, DonTheCrown here. In today's video, we're going to be going through and leveling our character up to 100 and focusing primarily on getting experience, but we're also going to make a lot of money at the same time. This video is aimed to kind of like give you an idea of what I think is probably the best way to level up in the game, but also how you can just make money just by blasting through maps and not necessarily having to do any particular farm strategy that's really crazy, and also how you don't really need drop pets or even the seasonal mechanic pet, because in this video we're not even going to do the seasonal mechanic a single time, because right now my character is level 99 with 45%, and it's going to take me quite a bit here to level up to 100, because it's just kind of a long time to go. And let's see what the tracking we had before. So previously, we started last stream, we leveled up from 98 to 99, and about 5 hours into the stream, we finally hit 99, and it took us about another 34 minutes to do another 10%. So it's probably about 30 minutes per 10% here, to give you an idea of how much time it's going to take. So I'm going to be pausing this video, obviously, as we kind of go in, but I'll check in with you guys from time to time. But I also noticed I was making quite a bit of money. And so in order to really track how much money we're doing, I've taken a whole ton of stuff out of my currency tab here, whole ton of stuff out of my others tab here, and I've gone through in a giant spreadsheet and tracked everything of what we have. So we'll have an idea of how much money we're making per time here. Now, on top of that, we also have a specific setup here. So we're doing like more candle guys, more monsters in general, and star shards, guaranteed nightmare, guaranteed these guys here. I'm kind of considering actually taking 2 points out of here for star shards, because star shards I think are going to be a lot of money for us. And then we have guaranteed war with more monsters spawning out. And for the profound talent tree here, we're doing more star shards. This negative, the minus cards, isn't going to affect us. I'll talk about that in a second. But then the additional drop quantity is kind of nice. It's not really necessary either. But pretty much our strategy is going to be, we're just going to click on Blustery Canyon and just do Blustery Canyon over and over and over and over again. And this is the only map we're going to run. Because of that, we're not going to care about the chaos card at all. We're just going to pop these open. Now, with you doing this strategy, you don't need to re-roll the base affixes at all. You're just going to start off, and these don't reset until you finish the chaos card. So we're just going to continue to spam them. The different compasses that we're doing here are adding more monsters to the map. And these are all pretty relatively cheap. I'll go and kind of show you real quick. This is like pretty low cost. So I believe I bought, a stack of these for like 9 FE. You can buy these for like 10 FE. These soldier ones are like super free. And then the Eterna ones here are also pretty darn cheap. And I did this to avoid having to use like the war compass or to use the dream compass, because both of those are quite a bit more expensive compared to just forcing more candle boys onto the map, which is pretty good. Now, another thing to note is we are not going to be using any sort of drop pets during this whole process, and we are not going to be doing the seasonal mechanic at all. So this is the seasonal mechanic I have here. Very distinct. It has 2 level 5 gameplays. I'll show you this in a couple of hours again. And we are not going to be using our, drop pets here at all. But the basic pets that we're going to be using here are all XP. And these are pretty much used here because of the XP balance. So it gives you minus XP fall off caused by level difference between the player and the map. And that's on both Plaintive Ball of Thread and Anthem. And then Spirit Bless here is going to give me more experience. So although I'm earning more experience for sure from having this pack spirit set up, this is not going to increase my income at all. Well, besides the fact that I can have the enhanced gathering picked out here as opposed to additional max energy shield. But all of the rest is pretty much all set up here to give me experience. We do have like a little bit of the drop stuff, I guess. And so what that does is we can see up here in the corner that we have level 89 monsters. And if I switch my pack spirits like over to my money, we can see that the map base XP gain goes down to 66. If I go back to XP, it goes to 93%. So it gives us probably about like 50% more experience just baseline per run. And pretty much the runs are just going to be super fast because I have my entire setup here to be very speedy. I have precise swiftness in. This is like a very juiced section of my tree here. So we have concentrated, selfishness, aura amp. We're only affected by 2 auras, swiftness and elemental resistance, to give ourselves a little bit more defense so we don't die. And frigid domain, I've set up a soul eater candle so you get more damage, skill area, and movement speed every time the enemy is defeated recently. Stacks up to 20 times. Not super duper important. And we have a pair of boots which has 45% movement speed on it. So we're kind of going to be cooking our way through these maps here. Now in Profound, the only thing that can really kill me is pretty much on death stuff or standing inside the like nightmare boss, which is kind of a little bit of annoyance. But for the most part, we're just going to absolutely plow through. There we go, 10 FE to start the first map. And this is pretty much what is going to go on for the next little bit here. Probably start a timer, like 3 hours, 47 minutes into the stream. And we'll see how long it takes me to hit level 100. Hopefully I don't die. Definitely some probability of dying, but it's kind of what it is. And we'll just track everything. We'll see how it goes. And so I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. Maybe once we get like 70% or something. See you guys soon. Okay, back already because I did want to talk a little bit about Nightmare and why we were actually running this. So, we aren't actually using our pet right now for Nightmare. We are still using the XP setup here, so no drop pets still. The reason I'm actually running this is because Dream itself has 2 nodes here that give us more XP. So I don't really think that I'm losing all that much when I'm going in and doing Nightmare. That said, it might be a little bit of an XP loss in terms of speed, because sometimes these nodes can be a little bit scary. Like I have the Eternity mod right now, so every time I kill something, I'm actually putting myself into a dangerous situation in terms of my whole energy shield. But for the most part, my character is resilient enough that doesn't seem to matter all that much. I start energy shield recharge the second I get on low energy shield anyways, and I'm very fast, so I don't necessarily need to worry about the boss. And since we're always running the same map, we're always going to have the Nightmare on the same map, so we're not all that scared. This is like a decent way to get a little bit of money, but for the most part, the Dream and the Nightmare mobs kind of just give you a little bit more juice to your maps, and this is kind of nice. I kind of like it. Ooh, okay. As you can see, you can definitely drop currency here in Profound. The reason we're doing Profound, by the way, is because the beacons are also really, really cheap, and it's just pretty easy to sustain yourself. Whereas Deep Space is pretty expensive at the moment, like 10 to 14 FE a pop, especially when I'm, blasting probably through 200 of these. Just the upfront investment in doing like leveling in Deep Space would be quite a bit more. I don't even think the experience is all that much more in Deep Space. But yeah, that's kind of a little bit of update there. All right, so we're back. It is about 78% of the way to level here. It's been about 5 hours and 48 minutes into the stream. I'm going to mark that down real quick. We can see the progress is going pretty smooth here. I did take a little food break in the middle there to keep pushing up, but we are doing pretty well here. In the last hour, we easily put up 20%. And so far the drops have been kind of not bad. I'm not going to include some of the drops here that we got, like we dropped ourselves a Ralph's Journey out of the Dream. We've gotten 432 raw FE, 3 ultimate embers. So doing pretty good. We also got a lot of this currency as well. I don't really know if we've gotten anything massive in here. So we've gotten some Dark Surge Edicts, some Deep Space Beacons. All of the purple and orange compasses are all stuff that we've dropped. All of the cards are stuff that we've dropped. So, a whole bunch of FE from this as well. So pretty hyped. We definitely have another 22% to go. So we'll see how that goes. But it's only been like 2 hours, and just in raw FE, we've dropped, basically 200 FE per hour, which is not bad at all. We'll see you guys once we hit 100. All right, hello everyone. And turns out that I was incorrect, and there was actually one thing that could kill me, and it is frost breath. And let me tell me if you can see the frost breath here in the clip. That's right. You can see it right here as the boss is inside the ground breathing. So yeah, that is the primary way here I can die, which is pretty annoying to happen because we are at 99% when that happened. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit more time. That's kind of unfortunate for us, but kind of is what it is type of thing. We'll definitely be adding more time to the clock with that. I think for the most part that lasts like 5%. It only takes me about 15 minutes. So probably another like half an hour or so to the clock. But yeah, dying at 99.99 does feel pretty freaking bad. We'll be back soon. All right, and so we have finally hit level 100 here. It took from 3 hours 47 minutes into the stream until 7 hours. So it's about 4 hours of gameplay. We did die one time, which is not really all that bad. I really think that doing like 4 hours to basically get 65% XP is pretty darn good. Definitely a little bit faster to level up. Once again, we only used XP pets, so there's no drop pets or anything like that. We did not do the season mechanic as well. As you can see, I still have this double orange survival here. And we got quite a bit of loot. Now, some of the stuff we are not going to count into the final tally. Stuff that's considered to be lucky, like getting Ralph's Journey, for example, here. I don't even know if like this amulet would be worth some money. Just a little bit there. We also dropped a ring. So we got 4 priceless pieces of gear. We actually got a whole bunch of memories, but I had to delete continuously a whole bunch of them. So I'm basically not going to count any of this stuff here. I didn't pick up any skills. But as you can see here, we got over 1,000 FE and just raw. So that's pretty good here. Ultimate embers and stuff. And all of the stuff here. Got a whole bunch of the artwork stuff. A whole bunch of stuff here. I'm going to go put this in the spreadsheet and we'll be back shortly. All right, and so I've gone through the spreadsheet here and added literally everything to it that we've dropped. We have a whole bunch of stuff in here. Now, I am not, once again, not including any of the lucky drops over here. Anything that's in basically the gear tab, we're not counting. We also did not hit like any absolutely insane compasses or stuff like Mechamite or something. So there's nothing that is really super high value on this side over here. And I'll just put a link to this spreadsheet in the description down below. But yeah, just kind of see all the stuff here. Now, I do want to point out that we did not hand in our cards. And some of these are actually worth a little bit of money, like 100-fold windfall. So I am including these in here. But like the big winner here would be like Mod's Trick. I have 185 of them. It's giving me 62 FE. Forbidden Prophecies give me 46. So none of these are really crazy. And the grand total came out to 2,699 FE over 4 hours, which is 674 FE per hour. No league mechanic, no drop pets, no nightmare pets, just pure blasting, just going fast. And I know for sure that I left stuff on the ground because I could see it back on the ground, but I wasn't turning around because I didn't want to go back into frost breath. And so this is a really viable way just to make money and to get XP. And this is basically just tier 8 profound map blast. We're just like making a ton of money. And like, I do want to point out here that as I was going through here and looking at the shards, we get 326 star shards. Now we didn't run 326 maps. We do have a chance to duplicate these. And each one of these right now is worth 2.2 FE. So yeah, every single time you run a tier 8 beacon here, which is like 1.1, 1.2 FE, you're getting back a guaranteed 2.2 FE. And so really heavily investing into the star shard drops seems to be pretty good. And now I'm level 100, and we're going to go try and get ourselves a 3rd star on the boss challenge thing here. We managed to clear stage 20 with 2 stars, but we need a little bit more, I guess, juice to be able to get all the way to that 3rd star. So that's the next plan here. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully this video helps you out. Put a code for the spreadsheet, code for the strategy code. What you want to do with that is go click the Flame, Pro Build, Quick Loot, and then click this button right here, and then put the code in, paste, make sure you don't have any spaces on the beginning or the end. You're good to go. And this should be able to help you out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and we'll check you again soon. Later.